Well, we have arrived at the final night of the installation of Scare Hollow. Yeah, there's Gillman. And there's the monster. And here's a new one that's not done yet. Dr. Jack Griffin. Leave in the comments if you know who that is. We now also have Imhotep. And we also have a sarcophagus. And it's ours to keep. A neighbor gave it to us. And we have Dracula as usual. This year we've also added a lightning machine. I don't know if it'll go off in this second here. Maybe it will. It'd be kind of cool. There it goes. That's cool. So it goes off to both sides of the yard. There's a wire going up above us, and then there's another pole right here with a light. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So we have the new pumpkins this year. Pumpkin Jamboree 2.
Yeah, that guy's full of hot hair. So what do?
We need to call for help. Who are we gonna call? Happy Halloween, everybody!
We also have the new monument back there, which you can't really see on this because it's dark out. Anyways, we also have another set of pumpkins over here, and right now it's doing the Halloween moon. Which is a very cool Atmos FX one. So I'll do a much better video of all these. I'm just kind of doing it tonight just to do stuff before I leave. One of the cool new additions, well, several of them. By the way, Pumpkin Jamboree 2 does Raven.
Rapping at my chamber door.
I know, right? We have an animatronic now. Also, this is my box. It's running off an iPhone and the lightning machine and then a USB speaker. But we do have an animatronic. And I know you saw that in the other video that Creeper posted. But
this place is filled with the bodies of those I've buried over the years.
let it focus.
Why, some were even dead when I buried them.
There we go.
Others were the undead, and I had to bury them just to keep them quiet.
That's cool. So,
They say this place is haunted.
we're only going to run him on weekend nights, and I got to pound him in the ground still tomorrow. Here's a little bit closer up of the new monument. That's super cool. Thanks, Lightning. But the newest one that I just finished tonight is this. Miss Adeline Powell. Our first cross. But if you notice, there's something on the side over here. Is that a coffin bell? It is. Now, this thing is set up to a timer and a Fright Props peekaboo controller. Let's see what the time's at here. Oh, we still have like 10 more minutes. So what that does is that blue number counts down to 0. It makes the red number go to 1, and then it makes the peekaboo, which is flashing right there and you can't see. It makes that hit the coffin bell. And I am not going to wait another bunch of minutes for it. So I'm actually going to make it go off by itself, and we're going to watch it here. Isn't that cool? So let's do it one more time, and I'll show you what it looks like in the front. The tombstone even moves a little bit too, which is kind of cool. Inadvertent. What I think I'm going to do is when I get back from Chicago, I'm going to change the base, and the base is going to have like a box underneath. Where's my finger? There it is. It'll have a box underneath, and it'll basically be like a wedge that the stone will sit inside of. And that's where the actuator, because what's powering that is a auto door lock actuator. and it pulls a string. It routes through the back of the thing and over to the side there and pulls the bell. That is a brass bell. I drilled through the handle and through the bell part to put the wires through it. And yeah, so the timer is something you could buy off of eBay, and I know there's evidently a ton of police and fire running around. Anyways, so I will do a how-to on this probably after Halloween, or maybe one night when I'm just sitting around. I may pull the stone back and show a quick how-to, but I think I'll actually do a full how-to of it after Halloween. Also, the other thing we added this year was on the windows here. Normally we flood this whole thing with the skeleton horses, but this year I thought, you know what, the skeleton horses are lit up a little bit, they're a little creepy, and we can add the Halloween window from Atmos FX to the window here. So I'm still tweaking the size. It's sitting on a table in the living room, and so I'm still tweaking the size of them and how they sit. But yeah, so they changed. They're basically stained glass windows that change to different scenes. Like that one's got the corn stalks with the tree and the pumpkins, and there's the skeleton. They move a little bit. Let's see. I fixed this guy. I added more LEDs to the flame bulb. Got a little bit of wind there, and I fixed the base because the base itself. I'm trying to get it to focus. There it goes. The base, the skeleton was just moving too much. I did not. These were my first Monster Mud full figures that I've done, and I just did not secure them to the base the right way. I didn't put enough PVC and rebar in there and stuff like that to hold it tight in there. So I fixed all that this year, and now they don't move at all. I know, right? The other problem is you can kind of tell, and this is going to be fixed after I get back. So you see how bright this one is. It's pretty bright, huh? Yeah, it's super bright. And you walk over here to this guy, to Muriel Stonewall, without... That's the same light. You can barely see the stone. And see that one back there? You can't hardly see that one at all. That one has a broken light. Same with the one in front of it there. But see how bright Jack and Jill is? That's how bright all of these are supposed to be. But as you can tell, they're all a little dim versus the ones in the back. So that means my main line that runs through the yard is either overloaded with too many LEDs, which probably is the case, or it's been cut so many times that it just doesn't hold the load anymore. So that means I need to get a new wire. So that will be here while I'm gone, and then I will replace the entire line when I get back. If for some reason it rains for like a week straight after I get back, then I may just leave it and do it after Halloween. I do have a way that I'm going to do it where each one, every about 5 feet, I'm going to put a connection point, instead of doing just random splicing every year, so that every 5 feet I know that I have a connection point that I can add one of these lights into, because we plan on adding more stones every year. A couple more stones, maybe 1 or 2 each year. So yeah, basically, let's see if I can get me, there we go. Basically, we added, let's see if you can see me. Oh, you can't, cool. We added a lot of effects this year. We added another set of pumpkins, the lightning, the projections in the window, and then we added several new tombstones, and then the monument, the winter's morning winter. I think it was supposed to be winter's morning. I need to change that. Anyways, I digress. We added the monument, and then we added the Powell coffin bell tombstone. So I think we did a pretty good job. Oh, we added the pillars and more fencing, more gates. So we did a lot this year. I didn't have that much planned at all, honestly. I did not have the coffin bell prop. I did not have the monument planned. We did not have the Imhotep or Jack Griffin tombstones planned. The animatronic was not planned. Really, all I had planned for this year was the pillars, the gates, the pillar figures that are on the top, the winged guardians, and probably a tombstone, or 2. I always say that I'm going to make a couple tombstones. So, but with COVID, we thought, why not just keep making stuff? We still went on vacations and stuff, but nowhere near what we had planned. So I will do a full-on walkthrough of the haunt once I get the lighting redone and everything. Because now there's even, you know what? A bunch of lights just went out over here on this side. So I don't know. It needs to be replaced. So once I do that, then I'll do a real walkthrough of the thing. But I just kind of want to show you a couple of cool props that we did this year and a little behind-the-scenes action. So, haunt on.